Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Right on.
Good
Thanks
to,
for doing this.
yeah, not a problem. Good to meet you. I guess we met informally at the poker table once
We did,
before.
and it was brief though because it was like one of those Monday nighters or Wednesday nights at Yellowhead.
It was the Monday, and I ended up going to the Monday Madness at River
That's
Creek.
right. You must have known there was somebody over at River Creek because they had a bunch more people there, like 80 or something. So you like
Yeah, I
booked it.
remember that day.
Welcome to episode 3 of All In with Colin. I am your host, Colin Capone. Thank you for checking out the show. This is a very exciting episode for me. When I started this podcast a long 3 weeks ago, my idea was to talk with amateurs who've had a big score from a low buy-in or won a live event package in order to get you hyped up to try to do the same thing. What's the live poker dream for amateur players? And when I say amateur, it's not a negative term. I include myself in it. It's people who play poker on the side or for fun and don't rely on it for their income. We got a job. So for me, the live poker dream is to go to an exciting location, play against the top pros, get photos with my heroes, and be on a feature table, and of course win a huge score. That's the dream. Well, we got Glen Craigen on the show, and it's no longer a dream for him. We're going to talk about how he just went from a free roll to cashing in the $25,000 PSPC this week in the Bahamas for $46,000. Like me, he's Canadian, so that's like $60,000. We're also going to check in with the poker tourist, Asif Waris, to see how it's going for him in the Bahamas. Spoilers, not as good as Glen. But like he told us last episode, that's not going to prevent him from having a great time. I'm going to give you my tournament of the week. That's a tournament that I think has tremendous value, and I think we should all be playing. But we're going to start the show off with a few shout-outs to people who've had some success either live or online recently and deserve some praise. Here's a story. Back in December, Lori Ann Persinger, she won a WPT Global giveaway from Andrew Nemi, and she won a $10,000 seat into the WPT Vegas. Extremely tough field. It had most of the top pros in the world in it, almost 3,000 entrants, and she took 30th for $120,000. I asked her if she bought herself anything nice after the win. She got her husband a nice watch. Nice used car for his son. She's sending her parents on a cruise. And she treated herself to a new coat and a couple of purses. We also had Keno XL. They played the $3.21 Sunday Bounty King Baby on GG Poker and took first out of 6,934 players. Forget this, just under $1,500. Wow, from $3. Shout out to AllRock77 on Twitter. They had their biggest score on PokerStars ever, finishing second out of 7,344 players in a $10 buy-in tournament and took over $3K. And finally, if you listened to the last episode, you'll know that my tournament of the week last week was the $10 satellite to the Super Millions. Well, massive shout out to Joker Laza 808. They played the satellite, and with just less than one big blind left in the tournament in the satellite, they won it, they shipped the seat, and then they final tabled the Super Millions 10K and took fifth for $129,000. $10 to $129,000. Incredible. I'm trying to track this player down and hope to have them on the podcast in the future to see what they're going to do with the money and find out how crazy of a ride it was for them. If you want a shout out in a future episode, hit me up on Twitter at PokerCapone. All right, and now it's time for my tournament of the week. This week, it's a $25 Ultra Satellite on GG Poker that has 1,000 seats guaranteed to the $150 GG Masters Overlay Edition that's being held later this month. That tournament is going to be crazy. It's going to have a $10 million guarantee. It's going to be guaranteed to have $1 million overlay at least. And this satellite for $25 with 1,000 seats guaranteed, I think it's a must enter for us. This plays Sunday, February 12th, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 1 p.m. East Time, and I believe 6 p.m. over in the UK, so don't miss out on this. All right, and we're going to check in with the poker tourist who's live in the Bahamas. Asif, I hear you got some bad news for us.
Well, it's always an inevitability when you come to play a poker tournament that you're going to bust out and then maybe have a bad beat story, a real one, or one that you can make up to make yourself look not so bad.
All right, here, lay it on me. Tell me your bad beat story. What happened?
I played yesterday, day one. I had a very tough table. I had Dietrich Fast on my immediate left all day long. A couple of the guys that I do know, I can't quite remember the names of. They were pros as well. And anyway, I managed to scrape through despite having a couple of set type hands with about 32,000 last night. Coming back today, that was approximately 20 big blinds. In the first two levels, I spun that up to 57,000, which was roughly starting stack, and registration was just about to close. And it's like about 2 minutes to go before the level ends, and I'm literally packed up to go off and have my break. And I'm kneeling on the chair like you do. I'm seat 5, just waiting, just to check the last hand. A guy raises 4K. I have kings. So I just flat call, hoping to get some sort of squeeze behind me.
Sure.
Everyone folds, even Kenny Hallett in the big blind, who's, you know, a top pro. It comes, the flops dealt out. It was like Jack 8-6 rainbow. The guy who's originally raised, quite loose and aggressive. I've been watching him. He leads out for 6,500. I think about it a little bit and I thought I'd make it look weaker than I actually am. And I just said I'm all in, and I shoved like 53,000.
Wow.
And that was approximately 26 big blinds. But coming back, that would have been maybe just over 20 big blinds, 23 big blinds, I think, at the next level. So it's not so over the top. And this guy totally snapped calls me with ace jack off. And the fact that we're having this conversation, there was an ace on the turn, and that's bad beat city. I busted around about 500 out of 1,000. And yeah, the rest of the day I spent telling people my misfortune, but then also realizing what I did was absolutely correct, you know?
Yeah, like you got him to put in the money bad, and you're a huge favorite.
And then and what can you do? You can't do really much else. And now we're watching the $250,000 high roller and speculating where these people get their money from and why they're bothering to play.
That's amazing. How many people are in that?
At the moment, there's 20. Unfortunately, I think I forgot his first name, but Lichtensteiner, the guy, he busted, and I don't think he was very happy. He went off very quietly.
Well, he just lost $250,000.
Well, you know, the other funny thing is, you know, a lot of these players, even though you see them on the screens and streams, they look, I don't know, they're quite diminutive, you know, quite small relative to what you think they are, you know?
Yeah, they're just people. Right. Hey, so some good news. Tell me, I know you busted a former World Series of Poker main event champion yesterday, I heard.
Oh, well, not so. It's just a very thin. He'd already lost a lot of.
Wait. First, who was it? Just so the listeners.
It was Joe McKeon. He wasn't very humorous at all. He was totally like on the table whilst he was there. He's totally like blank, you know. And he was actually playing some sort of video game with what's his name? Another poker pro. Okay. I can't remember him.
I remember when he won the main event. He wasn't. I don't think he was one of those guys who was like didn't seem like thrilled or excited. Like if you or I won it, you know, we'd be, you know.
No, it's like a matter of, you know, these guys have been doing it since they were like 15 or something. It's like a matter of fact, you know.
Okay, so back to the hand. So you busted him though, so that's good.
Well, it was just like a default bust. He was already all in the big blind, and I raised, and another guy called, and of course the pot was so small, and I had king 10 and flopped the straight, so I have the nuts, you know.
I think we need to edit this where you like totally outplayed him and you stacked the World Series of Poker main event, right?
Oh yeah, baby.
Wow. Well,
he lost most of his chips in there, some sort of semi-bluff. Well, not semi-bluff, some total bluff. Because he folded when he had like 1K left behind when the guy shoved on him.
Oh, wow. Are you serious? So he left them?
Yeah. So he left one. I don't even know why he was doing that. He left 1K behind and the guy shoved on him and he folded.
So he just did that. So then he was all in the next hand, and that's when he beat him. So he
obviously had a pure bluff, yeah, sort of. He doubled up once, and he had aces actually. So the next hand he had aces, so he doubled up, and then he was in the big blind, and that was it.
I guess it makes sense because then if he goes all in, he gets called, he's out, and he's almost all in. the guy's either folding or calling, and then he has a chance to spin it up, maybe?
No, there's no chance to spin it up from 800 chips. It's crazy.
Hey, man, I'm sure you spun up some chip in a chair. What would Joe Stapes say to you right now for saying that?
Yeah, well.
So did you see Moneymaker, anyone cool today?
Oh, yeah, I did actually. I was standing back and he came and clipped me around the back of the head, I think, and then walked off. So I knew it was, and he's got a shirt on, something about the Moneymaker effect, you know? And I said, "Is that?" And then I shouted, "Is that your real name?" He did turn around.
That's awesome. Cool, man.
So
all
yeah,
right, well, I won't keep you too long. I know you got a friend right there, and you guys are. Hello.
Hi.
I bet you wish I was here where you. I bet you wish you were sitting where I am.
Well, of course, you're in the Bahamas, man. It's winter out here.
He wants to say hello as well.
Oh, Chris Robinson. Hey, how's it going, man?
Oh,
How are you, Colin?
Is that who you are?
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay. He said he wanted to join in the conversation.
That's cool. Chris, I'm recording this right now. Let him know.
This has been recorded.
So, Chris,
I wasn't sure if you were doing a podcast or not.
Yeah, this is going to go on. So, Chris made day 3. I'm excited. That's awesome. So, you're a little short in chips, but you're in there.
I am.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They're about 75 to the money, I think.
Yeah, min cash 35K. So, what's that, Chris? Like 50K Canadian?
Yeah, about that. Something in that range.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you have any memorable hands today or anything cool?
Just a lot of all-ins and no calls.
Okay, one of those days. Well, you're saving the spin up for tomorrow, maybe.
That's right.
Like a CFO today, he started with just around 20 big blinds and then spun it up quickly to almost 60K and then should have had 120K, but his kings got cracked. Got it all in on a jack high flop against ace jack and then an ace turn, and he'd be going tomorrow with a big stack. So you can spin it up quick, right? You know that.
Exactly. But the thing was today, even though I had the short stack at the beginning, I was totally, in a way, confident that I was going to, do it. I don't know. I think in the first 2 hours, I played really good poker.
That's awesome. So had you known Chris before? Had you guys met?
No,
not yet.
Oh, cool.
We have now when he's been lurking into my conversation. I thought, who's this guy trying to get in on the act? I think you should be into it. You'd be into it interviewing Louise. See?
Louise, where are you from?
England, Nottingham.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. So how long have you been playing poker?
I don't.
She doesn't. She's just learning.
You're just learning.
She's a railer. She's a professional railer.
Professional railer, yeah.
Well, you came to a fun spot to rail, right? So.
Yeah, I know. It's not a bad trip, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. So are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
How could you not?
Yeah, how could you not? It seems like the hospitality that PokerStars put on has been like
another
level.
Amazing.
And Louise and her friend Sonia, they have got the beach bodies. So I'm sorry, Colin, but we don't have any visuals here. But trust me, I had to look up in the sky when I was talking to them whilst they were lying on the lounges today, doing that type of thing. Like I'm not the perv.
Well, maybe that's why you busted today, because you wanted to get to the beach.
Yeah.
Out of the poker room to the beach.
That might have been one of those subliminal message type things. Anyway.
Right on. Hey, is Chris still there? Or is he gone?
He is.
Yeah, I'm still here. We're watching the super high roller.
Yeah, Chris, these guys were like Googling the people who entered to see where they got their money from. It's hilarious.
I know.
There's one lady there worth like 300 million, so unreal.
380, I think. And she, when you just said that, she turned around.
Oh, wow. Oops. Cool. All right, I'll let you guys go have fun. Chris, good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Colin. Appreciate it, man.
All right.
Man. Don't party too hard tonight. All right, thanks, guys, for that impromptu update. That was a lot of fun. Now, we heard about Asif's bad beat story, so I want to hear your bad beat story. So, leave a message on this podcast explaining your bad beat, or send me a screenshot on Twitter, and I'll pick one of you and give you a ticket into a tournament for next week. All right, I'm thrilled to welcome my next guest to the show. He is an amateur poker player from Alberta, Canada, who won a Platinum Pass that all started from a PokerStars free roll. And now he just bagged his chips after surviving day 2 of the $25,000 PSPC in the Bahamas. I'm pleased to welcome Glen Frosty Nug Farm Craigen to the show. Glen, welcome to All In with Colin. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Right on. First off, what's it feel like bagging up chips in a $25,000 tournament?
It's amazing. It's it's unreal. Yesterday I went to last dinner break, like I was disappointed because I had run my stack up decent. I can't remember what I peaked at. Right before dinner break, I ended up going to dinner break yesterday with 34,000 start stack 60K.
Yeah.
I was above 100K, I know. And then I ended up actually doubling up twice through one guy, Mustaf,
Okay.
I believe is his name. He doubled me up twice and ended up bagging 113,000, and it was an unreal thing. Like I was so hyped up all night last night; it was hard to sleep. And
Oh yeah, I can't even imagine. That's amazing. So 1,014 of you total registered in this tournament, and now you guys are already down to only 255.
yeah, it's amazing. It's 83 from the money, I believe.
Yeah, so 175 getting paid and a min cash 35K. And for us Canadians, that's American, so that's huge, right? So so
huge.
just a min cash would be unbelievable.
Yeah, it would be.
Right on. So did you go solo or did you bring your kids?
I got my daughter here. She's 18, her boyfriend, and also my sister came along with us too. So
Oh, awesome. So I watched that video with you. I think it was on the Poker News, and you were explaining that. So this is your first time not being outside of Canada, not in just in the US. So what did it feel like arriving in the Bahamas, especially in winter where we are?
Just unreal. This whole experience is like it's like a dream. It's totally just crazy.
Watching so I got serious FOMO looking at all the videos and stuff. It looks like spectacular. Everything, like the sets, there was the welcome party. I have a buddy that was there, and it just sounds like everything was awesome. Did you go to that Platinum Pass party?
I think that was the welcome party. Yes, we were there with the Junkaroo parade. That was awesome. My daughter actually she was the first one out of the crowd to get pulled into the parade and start dancing. And
oh, cool.
Then her boyfriend jumped. Well, one of the people in the parade brought her boyfriend in, and I jumped in there, and a whole bunch of other people jumped in.
Right on.
It was a blast. Got to meet a lot of people. Got to meet a lot of poker pros that I look up to. Lex Veldhouse, Finton Hand, Nick Walsh. There's so many, like I can't even think. I met Matt Berkey, not at the party, but Greg Raymer.
So it sounds like you must do a lot of poker stream watching because you just listed off a bunch of streamers. So do you watch a lot of Twitch?
I used to watch a lot of Twitch. I'm more into YouTube now.
Okay, yeah.
Twitch, I was like a avid Twitch watcher for probably two and a half years, but I'm finding YouTube's a much better platform, I think.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people are making the switch or doing both, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so you got your kids there, you just celebrated there, and tomorrow, if you guys can make the money, I can't imagine what the room will be like when the bubble bursts. Could you imagine?
Yeah, good chance I may be one of the loudest people in there if I make the money.
I'll be watching that live stream. I hope to hear you. So today I saw you just tweeted out that you peaked. Did you have what was the kind of a memorable hand that went down today while it's fresh?
Okay, second hand, memorable, not so good. I've had pocket aces twice in this tournament so far. Both times I've lost with them to sets.
Oh, man.
Second hand today, aces versus nines, and he flopped a set of nines. Yesterday was aces versus queens, all in pre, and he hit a queen in the window. What else today? I'm trying to think. There's so many hands that I've been talking about. It's hard to remember any specific ones.
Any fun hands or anything that went your way?
I almost had a royal flush. This was a good one. I had king, queen. This one I got good value from. King, queen of hearts. I opened. One guy called. The flop came 10, jack of hearts, and a brick. I can't remember. Check. The turn was a brick. Or no, the turn was an ace, but not a heart. So I hit my straight.
Nice.
How did the action go? I believe I checked. He bet, and then I flat called. And then on the river, the pot was about 40,000. I bet 35,000, and the guy tanked for quite a while, and then eventually made the call and mucked his hand because I had the nut straight.
Nice. So that's a huge pot then.
That was probably one of the bigger ones today that I won. Yeah.
Right on. So been looking for your tables and stuff. Has anybody real cool that you got to play with?
There's been a few. I'm not as familiar with the European poker pros as I am with like the North Americans and whatnot. The names are hard. All the pros that I played with, like all the good guys, they said I've been playing really well and I'm doing good. And
so
getting compliments. And
that's awesome. Do they know that you're do you have your Platinum Pass in front? Is that a requirement? You have to hold it so people know you're a Platinum Pass winner?
No, you don't have to, but my name, I think people are starting to recognize me now because I'm having people like coming up to me and that I don't know and they're,
Cool.
hey, right on, good luck, Glenn. And
Oh, that's awesome.
Did the interview with Poker News. They have it on their YouTube channel. And then
I watched
today
that and I really enjoyed that. I actually I watched it and then I immediately rewatched it, but I got my wife to come in and watch it because that's the kind of stuff that I really like too. Like I've done what you did a lot, like playing on your phone while at work, and so like, and I've had a big scores like that on my phone and it's so exciting, right? So I really like people that appreciate it. And so that's why I'm rooting for you, especially because it seems like it means a lot. You're soaking everything in, the whole experience versus some people, where it's just another tournament, right? So
yeah.
So that's good that people are recognizing you and watching your story.
Yeah. And there's like Sam Grafton, he's rooting for me. He talks to me a couple times a day, asks how I'm doing, how my stack's doing, says, go get her. I'm rooting for you. So,
oh man, that is so cool. That is,
Nick Walsh, I've talked to him a few times. He's rooting for me. All the pros saying they're hoping I do good. So
everyone's been super, super awesome. It sounds like.
Oh yeah, everybody's super nice, super open and welcome, willing to talk, take pictures.
Have friendly. You taken many photos with anybody?
I've gotten so many photos, like Chris Moneymaker, Grave Gramer, Matt Berkey, Landon Tice, Alexandra Botez, GJ Reggie.
Nice.
I'm sure I'm missing more.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, you started with the man, Chris Moneymaker. I'm a big fan of Chris. He's such a genuine, nice guy, right? So.
Oh yeah. I talked to him just a little bit, but he's like a family person. He's a people's person.
Yeah, exactly. He's just a regular guy like us who happened to win the World Series Poker main event.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping to copy his story just with the PSPC. So,
man, wouldn't that be amazing?
It would be, yes.
Yeah. So I saw that you operate like a rolling machine in construction.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
So how come you're not like Steamroller for your nickname instead of Frosty Nug?
Because the road construction I just started like 4 years ago.
Okay.
I was a journeyman carpenter and a scaffolder by trade. Got into a car accident, couldn't do that kind of work anymore, and my buddy got me a job running equipment because it's not as bad on my back. So.
Oh, okay, cool. So how long have you been playing poker now?
I first played like probably 2005, 2006. But it was like nothing serious, just play online once in a while, a little bit here and there. Home games with buddies, work buddies. Then I got in that car accident. I set about my back. I got a big settlement, and that allowed me, I played a few like live tournaments, and that's when I played the WPT Deep Stacks in the Yellowhead Casino. Yeah. 2016, I believe it was.
Right on.
I stone bubbled that one, though.
Oh, that's the worst feeling, eh?
Yeah. My buddy ended up mint cash, and I bought him into that one, and he
nice.
Mint
Nice. I've played a couple of those while they were in Edmonton. Maybe I played that one. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yellowhead.
That one in 2016, I believe they said we broke the record. It was 500 entries at that time. It was like the record. It was either the biggest in Alberta or Canada. I can't remember.
And now you play a lot of I see you're playing a lot more of the weekly ones now.
Yeah, I enjoy live poker a lot better than online. Online, I play a lot, but it's just micro stakes mainly.
Perfect.
I will play the odd, Sunday. I've played Sunday Million a few times, a few $50 tournaments, whatever. But it's mainly just micro stakes for online.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's good. And that's what a lot of the listeners I'm thinking are going to like this podcast because I want people, play micro stakes or win satellites to bigger tournaments. So you're not investing a lot, but you have a potential for a huge score.
Yeah.
And I love playing those weekly tournaments too, those $80, those $100 ones at Yellowhead or Argyle.
It's a blast. And they get like up to 130, sometimes even more entries. So
and you're socializing. People are good. People are having fun. It's not as serious. On the live stream, the tournament, it seems like because of the mix, it seems a little more relaxed at the table. But I don't know if that's just the feature table, if they're putting on a show on. How has your table been? Is there a lot of fun happening?
I've been on 3 different tables, and it goes back and forth. Sometimes on the same table, sometimes everybody will be real like talking and whatnot, and then other times it's everybody serious and quiet, and it just depends what's happening at the time.
Sure.
I guess.
Right on. So yeah, good luck tomorrow. I hope you at least hit the money. That's the goal. I know, hit the money and then see what you can do from there, right?
That's the plan. Yeah.
Right on.
Okay, perfect.
Get a good night's sleep, and I hope you crush it tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Glenn. Okay, so that was after I spoke with Glenn after day 2. Now let's get right back to it after day 3. You had quite the day yesterday, hey, man?
It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I was railing and watching, and looking for updates and stuff, and that was the craziest like bubble that I've ever railed or watched on stream. How was it for you, like being there?
Felt like probably 2 hours, 3 hours, I think.
Insane.
It felt so long, and then like all the short stacks that would get forced in kept doubling up, and
just
it was stressful.
And it was just hand for hand taking forever. And then you got it in. You had a crazy hand. How maybe explain the hand there that kind of set you up?
Yeah, that was it was probably 3 before the bubble, 2 before the bubble, I think. The actual stone bubble. I had King Jack. The article, they were a little off. I know I had under 20 big blinds. They said I shoved like 25 bigs, but
yeah,
it was under 20 big blinds I shoved. The guy directly to my left, he reshoved, and he had a few more chips than me. And then Baruzzi was the chip leader at our table. He asked for a count of both stacks, and he ended up calling it off.
Wow.
And they both ended up having ace-king. And I was kind of heartbroken, but I wasn't going to be upset if I did bubble. Like, it was whatever. I've enjoyed the experience so much. I was trying to get my phone out so I could record the flop, and the dealer had already put the flop out. And I don't think it was Sean Winters. It was Colbert is his last name, I believe.
Okay.
He was the one that said you hit a jack, and I actually looked at the flop, and then I went right off. I was so happy, and I was yelling, hold.
Hold. And they got each other's outs.
Yeah, they totally were blocking each other's outs, and I had a king as well. I mean, like,
yeah,
so it was just amazing.
So you've
seen the photos of like right when I hit it, my hands up in the air. And,
oh yeah, and then the video that was incredible. So then you went to what, like 400K right then? You had
I was like 370, yeah.
And then you just you made the money. You just got to not get in with Baruzzi or the chip leader and just wait it out at that point.
I even got up from the table and left for a while.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did. And I ended up going to an interview with PokerStars Live while I was blinding out. I ended up going back to the table, and like I told myself, like, I'm not going to play any hand. I'm only playing aces until the bubbles burst. I look down and see king.
Oh my God! Wow.
Oh no.
So what did you do with the kings?
Well, I can't remember who it was. Somebody opened to 29,000. The blinds were, I believe, I don't know, 3 and 6 maybe, or no, probably more. Yeah, there must have been more, but they opened to 29,000, and I just flat called. The flop came queen, ace. I checked. The other guy bet another 29,000, and I said, I can't believe I'm folding this. And I folded my kings face up and said, you guys can exploit me all you want. This min cash is more important than anything for me. And that was it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 35,000 American min cash we were talking about the other day. Like, it's huge. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. So, the bubble burst, and then I saw the video going around. I thought I heard you on stream. You said the other day, we would hear you were going to do a big cheer, and you did. Like, you were loud, and it was awesome.
Oh, yeah, everybody heard me in the room. Like, everybody was smiling. Baruzzi was even smiling. You could see in the background. Like, everybody was so happy for me. So
yeah.
And Arlie, you could see in the video, Arlie Shaban, he got moved to our table as well. And with that, when the bubble pust, he come up to me and patted me on the back and said, now it's time to do some work.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're not going to be, now it's time to open up and get playing some poker. Cause then it's like almost like, just relief. Now you can you're free rolling at that point.
Yeah.
So amazing. And
then we hit a ladder like almost instantly. Once the bubble burst, people just started dropping like flies. It wasn't even 10 minutes and I laddered, like not even 10, probably 5 minutes, and we hit a ladder. It was like the easiest 5K ladder I've ever had.
Wow. Yeah. So like 2-3 hours waiting, just trying to bust a couple people, and then 10 minutes, there's another ladder.
Yeah.
That's
And
insane.
then I got put up onto the feature table, which was another dream of mine come true. First hand I played, it was ace 8. I opened up in late position, and Chance Corneth was in the big blind and put me all in. And I said, I don't want to get knocked out on the first hand on the feature table. I ended up folding, and he told me he had ace 6.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
It was. Yeah. I had been in and out of that stream all day, and then, I was doing something because it was going on like all day, right? And then I remember logging back in, checking, and there you were, and you were there. You were at the stream, and I was like pumped because I had been typing in chat like, give us Glenn, put Glenn on the stream,
Yeah, I seen that. I went back and watched the stream after.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was exciting that you were in there, and people were pulling for you. So how did that feel to have so many people showing you support and love? And
it's just so overwhelming. The poker community has to be one of the best communities I've ever been a part of. Everybody's just so nice and welcoming. One thing I will say is it seems like the higher the stakes, the more nicer the players are.
oh, okay, that's nice.
Like
I think
the smaller stakes, people get really upset and stuff. These higher stakes, like everybody's encouraging everybody, wishing each other good luck, and it's just excellent.
Oh, that's awesome. It seems like everybody from watching the stream is having a good time, and yeah, I haven't seen very many, really anything that would look negative. It was all so positive. So you ended up cashing for 46,000. Are you going to treat yourself to anything?
I'm gonna buy myself a new laptop for poker. I have an older one, so
Okay,
I need an upgrade on that. Gonna do a few repairs around my house, and then put the rest towards a bankroll and try to make a go in Edmonton, see what I could do.
So you can see what you can grind it up from there. That's awesome. Well, I hope to see you at the Yellowhead. I'm sure we'll run into each other. That'll be great when you get back.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be firing all the events in the Pure Poker Tour that's coming up here February 12th, I believe. The satellites begin.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So, I usually like to hop in those satellites too because they're usually pretty good value. So I'll see you there for sure. So tonight I seen there's a $50 Platinum Pass event. You're playing that?
Yeah, it's from last year. Nick Howell, I don't know his last name, how to pronounce it. He's a very supportive member in the Platinum Pass Facebook group. And they kind of just made this tournament off a whim last year. And it looks like it's going to carry on. And sounds like we're going to have like a couple hundred entries in it. So
that's awesome. And only people who won a Platinum Pass or their spouse or their +1 can enter. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's correct. It's 1 hour late reg, a $50 buy-in. So it's good for, the Platinum Pass winners that aren't the professionals that are grinding all these 3Ks and 5Ks and 10Ks. And
oh, it's going to feel so much easier, isn't it? Like it's going to be like the easiest tournament you've ever played, I bet.
Yeah.
Plus you're like a celebrity when you walk in there now.
Oh yeah, like I can't walk down the hallway in this place without being recognized now. Like everybody's so positive with me. And
yeah, I've just seen it. I've seen it all over Twitter. Like you're going viral yesterday, that video. That is so super cool to see. And thanks for taking some time. Good luck in the tournament tonight. And I'm going to see you at the Yellowhead soon when you're back.
Sounds good.
If you can snag me one of those cool blue hoodies, that would be cool.
I'll see what I can do. I think a lot of the PCA merch is already gone, but if I can grab one, I'll get you one.
All right, sounds good. Okay, thanks, Glenn.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, take care. All right, that's a wrap on episode 3 of All In with Colin. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the podcast and tell a friend to check it out. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, initially, I was planning on releasing an episode every Friday, but I'm going to change that to earlier in the week to give people enough notice to play the tournament of the week, so look for it every Monday or Tuesday. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week. Previously in some tournaments, you kind of might have been too outgoing or too talkative, and you were going to kind of tighten up a bit.
Oh my God. I was singing songs and everything. And actually Dietrich Fast was saying, oh, Joe's come to the table. You need to sing a song for him. So I was thinking, oh, Joe, we love you. But then it came to me, and I had the perfect song. Give me hope, Joanna. Give me hope, Joanna. Give me hope, Joanna.
Nice. Did he even crack a smile?
He didn't. He was fucking. Sorry, I should say. He was not even smiling at all. It was so like weird. And then we were speculating about the gingerness of his beard. And again, no smiling at all. I'm telling you,
wow.
it's just like, it was so weird, you know? And he actually came on our table and lost his 25K worth of chips and then just walked off.